This next song is a little song. Well, firstly, Miss Katie and I, you may not know, but we're married, and this song is about, well, you folks have never seen this before, but it'll probably come as a shock for you to learn that neither Katie nor I come from what you would call musical families. That was the correct reaction. I mean, if everybody could act as shocked as she shocked, that would be more polite. Can we say that one more time? This time, if everybody could act a little more shocked. It may come as a shock to many of you to learn that neither Miss Katie nor I come from what you would call musical families. Perfect. That's great. Thanks. If you could remember to do that again. Now, but after a few years of marriage, we've learned some things about each other we did not know. Most of which we're not going to share with you tonight. Wouldn't be tasteful. But anyway, one thing we learned is that the only musicians in my family, and also the only musicians in Miss Katie's family, happen to be our great-grandparents. Well, what's German for great-grandparent?
Urgroßeltern.
Urgroßeltern. Urgroßeltern.
Yeah.
That sounds like the big fat old farts. Urgroßeltern. Eltern? Right. Well, this is a song, both great-grandma, and great-grandpa, both mine and hers, were both musicians. And more than that, both sets of great-grandparents used to play music for the silent movies. You know the silent movies? Yeah? This is true. All right, they may in fact be the same great-grandparents. We've never actually checked. The marriage was legal in Louisiana. That's good enough for us.
Kids are coming out cute anyway.
And they are. There's a lot you can do with a lazy eye.
It runs on both sides.
Yeah. But anyway, we're getting distracted. So this little next song is a little song about our great-grandparents. And your part, yeah, you know the part of the silent movie where the train is coming and the heroine is tied to the track and the villain, the bad guy, is looking self-satisfied in a good suit and the bad haircut going in that part of the movie, our great-grandparents would always play something like this. Right? You familiar with this? Yeah. And this next song, every time you hear that, after you hear it, we need everybody, including folks working behind the bar, to suck wind. Like, this kind of thing, to add to the tension. Yes? Can we try that? So after you hear Sir, perfect, with a hand gesture. Yes, I think this is good. This is good. Good idea. Good idea. But let's try it as the gentleman suggested, with a hand gesture. Everybody, right? 1, 2, 3. Much better, much better. Good thinking, sir. Great. All right, you guys are smart. All right. Oh, shit, and it only happens 20 times in the next song. So here we go, a little song about it. You got it? All right. Well, my great-grandfather played the fiddle. Never worked a day in his life. Great-grandma was a piano player, a working woman and his wife. She took in laundry to make a little money while Grandpa played the beer. In the bars around town, Grandma always said, well, they're better off there than here. And weekends they would play together for the movie matinees. Whenever that train was coming, Great-grandma and Pa would play. And when the villain gave his hand up on his dash, twirl they'd go. And everyone would hold that red villain, got the girl out. Grandma played piano. The little chance she had, quit raising kids, keeping the house and chasing after great-granddad. It was good for nothing, as far as anyone could tell. But then there was a gentleman who loved his wife so well. At weekends they would play together for the movie matinees. Whenever that train was coming, great-grandma and Pa would play. And when the villain gave his hand up on the stash, twirl they go. Everyone would hold that red villain, got the girl out. arthritis, his hands grew stiff and slow. He'd take down the fiddle to polish it, but he'd never take up the bow. He could hammer out a tune on the old piano, at least he could win it. And he set my mama on his knee and say, honey, I'll play you sin. Now great-grandma never touched the keys, cause it made her husband jealous. But every now and then when he was out, great-grandma would tell us that weekends they would play together for the movie matinee. Whenever that train was coming, great-grandma would play.